there and happy Monday. This is Kimberly Beer here with Make It Happen Monday, one thing you can do this week to better market your business. And today we're going to be talking about Instagram story strategies. So if you tuned in last week, what we did was went over how Instagram stories work. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to give you today. That was very specific to Instagram. And I'm going to talk very specifically about Instagram today. But the strategies that I'm going to give you will work with any network that uses this story model, which includes Facebook. And YouTube has just recently released something similar. And then Snapchat, of course, was the first to create it. So there's a lot of opportunity here with different networks to use this particular set of strategies. But what we're going to do is we're going to use these temporary and very free flow, very spontaneous story formats in order to really market with intention. So the strategies I'm going to give you are not going to be really specific. So post this at this particular time and this is the exact format you want to follow. But instead are going to be a strategy or plan that you can utilize over time. So let's dive in. So the very first strategy, and I think this one is the most important one, is to engage. Here is your opportunity to sit down in a virtual world and really kind of have an intimate cup of coffee with the people that you have following you. It's an opportunity for you to be able to really engage with them, to ask them questions, to conduct polls, to let them in behind the scenes on your business and really have some interaction with you on a really personal level, and to engage your followers by following their stories and engaging with them so that they can see you are looking at their stories, you're answering questions, you're really getting to know them. Now, the engagement piece of this is exactly what these stories were created for. It is a very intimate one-on-one, but one-to-many from a marketing perspective, way of communicating with your audience. A lot of really savvy marketers are using the story feature in Instagram and other networks to be able to replace the apathy that they're getting in their email marketing. Now, I don't advocate that this is going to be a replacement for email marketing. I just don't think it is. I think that email is a requirement where Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all of these other channels are really more or less an option. So there's not a day that we get up that we don't feel compelled to read our email if we are in a business world or just to stay connected to the people on the entire planet. It is a form of communication where we are required to show up for the most part. I mean, I guess you could opt out, but it would not be an easy thing to do and still stay in touch with people. So I don't think that this is going to replace email marketing. But what I do think is it does reach out to those people who maybe are a little bit apathetic on your email list, but are following you on social media. The thing is that they do have to tune into it. They do have to log into their Instagram account. They have to log into their Facebook account or YouTube account as well. And then they have to engage with the stories in order to get your message. But that means that they are a highly engaged follower, which is even cooler because now you have somebody who really wants to hear from your business, who really wants to hear from you, who really wants to be engaged with your brand. And now you have the opportunity to reach with them one-on-one. So I want you to think a lot about this the way that you would think about possibly engaging with your email list. Use this as an opportunity to get action from the other side. And that's really what engagement is all about. It's about creating that two-way conversation. And over a cup of coffee would be great. But since a lot of us work with people that are all over the planet, that's not always possible. And here's your opportunity to maybe grab a moment that is really similar. So my number one strategy, and it's the number one I think you need to consider using, in your marketing strategy when it comes to social media is to engage through these story platforms. The next strategy is to use show and tell. This is a place where you can really demonstrate what you're all about. So if you have a product, it's an opportunity to show your product. It's an opportunity if you're a coach or instructor, to give tutorials. It's an opportunity for you to answer those frequently asked questions that you get. And it's an opportunity for you to really take someone's hand and show them and tell them why they need to be buying whatever it is that you are selling. Or if you're a nonprofit, getting involved with your nonprofit organization. It's also an opportunity for you to showcase customer testimonials. And I cannot reiterate enough how important social proof, which is another word for a testimonial, truly is, because it really does make the difference for a lot of people. If a client is sitting on the fence or a potential customer is sitting on the fence about whether or not they want to work with you, it is a place where they see a testimonial and they can go, you know what, now I feel a lot more comfortable. I know that these people or person is having a positive experience with this brand, and now I feel a little bit better about making that commitment. This is especially key and crucial if you have a product or service or nonprofit that's asking a lot of its potential customers. So let's say you're a life coach. That takes sometimes a pretty big commitment from the person that is hiring you. And seeing testimonials about others lets them know, the person that's interested, know that you're a safe, inviting, that you can make a difference, all of those things that they may be worrying about in the back of their mind. And then they can also see other people are doing it. And it is true. We do follow each other's lead. So that's a very common human characteristic. So use these stories as an opportunity to really let people see who you are as a brand and kind of handhold them through the process of making a decision to work with you, or also to stay with you long term. Okay, so definitely use show and tell. My third strategy is to inspire. And I will tell you, a lot of people come to Instagram because that's exactly what they're looking for. They're looking for visual inspiration. So there's something inside of them that says, hey, I need to feel better. I want to look at things in a positive light. So a lot of the other networks can get mucked up in a lot of negativity. Instagram is not that way. It tends to float towards the side of positivity. It is the optimistic social network, so to speak. So this is a place to inspire with positive messages. Tell your success stories. I know that floats over into the customer testimonial, so you can combine strategies 2 and 3 together. Motivate people. Give them action that they can take. Uplifting, encourage, and then also show them how they can overcome obstacles. Everybody loves a good triumph story of how someone went from rags to riches. So it's an opportunity for you to really showcase that. And if you don't do that for your clients, but you did it for yourself, hey, that's okay too. Because here on Instagram, we are looking for that more intimate connection. And the stories are decidedly a way to get that. So there's 3 pretty simple strategies that you can choose one and go with it, or you can mix and match and use in your Instagram story marketing in order to be successful with this little subcategory of a social media platform. So your challenge for this week is to pick just one of these things and just one bullet point and give that a try and see how it works for you. And if it feels good next week or in the next couple of days after that, pick another one and try it there. I've given you a lot of different concepts about how you might want to use these strategies. So I encourage you to try that and see what works. Again, remember, social media is not an instantaneous, always proposition. So try it a little while over time. Try a few of these for a few weeks and see if you're able to get some better results and to get some really good engagement from your following group, and see if you can convert some of those folks over into paying clients or serve the current clients that you have. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Monday.